one of the consequences that I felt like I've experienced is I have not allowed people to be themselves fully in relationships because of my fear of kind of like disappointment and just my perception of how I'm supposed to operate. And it has caused me to prematurely walk away from connections, or it has caused people to walk away from me because they just feel like I can't, you won't let me be myself. And even though in my head I'm thinking that whole thing would feel like you don't want to be a burden. Because being a daughter of two parents that were, heavily abusing, you were passed around from like family member to family member all the time. So I just always felt in the way. Like I never felt like I like really belonged anywhere. I go into isolation when I don't have to. I suffer harder than I have to just because of this whole mindset. So I just totally agree with the whole like loss. I feel like loss has been a part of my life because of, my inability to let people just be, because I'm afraid to just be, because I don't feel safe. So
Yeah. Same. Definitely with loss and trying to pick and choose, like, how do I show up, or kind of letting people show up the way they want to show up, being okay with that. And I said this not on a previous episode, this will be the one before this one. How my sister abusing drugs and her breaking promises. Basically, that is where my whole idea of disappointment comes from. Like, you're better off lying to me than disappointing me. Um, so same, like, just this idea of like not having people or going through a series of friendships and, playing a part in that and looking back and seeing how, some of the decisions I made weren't the best. Some of the shit I said out of my mouth should not have been said, but here we are. I think another consequence for me, it don't really happen as much now, but I was younger. I used to explode. Like, the situations would not match my reaction. Like, I remember my parents like being like, Brittany, like, what is going on? Or like, why are you crying like that? My husband, Brandon, will do this to me sometimes. He'll be like, I hear what you're saying is wrong, but he's like, it's not like matching up with like you hysterically crying. So sometimes me just trying to isolate or not trying to seek help or just trying to deal with the own, I get to a breaking point. Like, it could be something very small, but it will send me over because I'm already up to here. Nobody knows it, but I'm barely hanging on as it is. And it's like one thing will send me over. Um, so learning how that can be bad, because I've definitely taken my husband, thank God for him. I have probably taken anger out on him. I don't know how many times. Shit, he had nothing to do with, but just because, he was that direct person that was in front of me, like, he just got the brunt of it. So definitely having like displaced emotions because I wasn't, asking for help, seeking help, or I wasn't letting people in to even help me or listen to me for that matter. So definitely loss, definitely saying a lot of I'm sorry. Yeah, and definitely a lot of meltdowns at random times because I am just like holding everything in, and this one little thing that's minor has just like I can't take anymore. So yeah. I try not to do it. Yeah, that meltdown, that breakdown don't be nothing fun. If I can break down before it gets to that point, I'd rather do that than when like I lose my shit, because that's like a whole different person.
Yeah, I definitely understand.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, sorry about that.
Yeah, like I like that wasn't even for you. Like that wasn't even for you, but yeah.
Yeah,
So a lot of like apologizing because people have like caught it from me, and half the time, most of the stuff I won't even mad at them about. They just happen to be, wrong place, wrong time, pretty much, and yeah.
I feel like I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I was so like, Brittany knows I struggle with accepting the emotions I don't like the bad emotions. I
Hmm.
struggle with even letting myself get into those. Like, I'll be quick to, that's negative. I don't want to feel that. Da 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 da. So I feel like I be trying to be so proactive so that people don't have to deal with my shit that I get cussed out. Because here you go again, ghosting. Here you go again, disappearing. Here you go again, da 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 da. Why you can't just talk about it? I'm just like, but okay, I'm trying not to be a burden to you now. Okay, but you're not a burden. So I feel like I'll be on the other end.
Then it's so awkward. No, because then you isolate, you go and you're gone. Then you pop up. Oh yeah, so we recording tomorrow. Oh yeah, I had this idea too. Oh yeah, can you FaceTime because I was thinking about this and I want to run this idea by you.
I pop up.
Man, where you been at for 2 weeks? Like damn these ideas. Yeah, like damn these ideas. Where have you been at? Like I ain't talking to you in 2 weeks, and you hit my line about recording. No, where have you been at? Like
in my head, people want from me what they want from me, so I be like, nope, not Brittany. I know I do not have to be like this with Brittany, but sometimes she do catch it because I'm still coming out of it. But in my head, I'm like, people, this connection is this connection, so this is what they need from me. So let me come when I'm able to deliver. So it's like, oh, I can deliver now. I'm here, and they be like, bitch, what the fuck? Because we talked to you.
So the irony that we're having this conversation with Asia on here, this girl was, I don't know where she was for like 2 weeks. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna let her have it, but she gonna have to say something soon because I'm about to be like, what the fuck? So lo and behold, here she comes. Hey, good morning. I'm ready to reschedule with Asia. So hey, how you doing? Where you been at? Like, so I didn't even say nothing. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna deal with her when we record Saturday. So I was just like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna hit Asia up so we can set like a different time. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just roll with it. But you literally will disappear and come back. That's why I had to tell you, you need to slow down the other week. Because I'm just like, bruh, you don't have to hit the run every time you come out of a dark place. What in the world? Like, you be gone and then it's like you be on 10,000.
But this time was different. I was so thankful to be able to use my limbs. Okay. I was so
not funny.
I was thankful for life. Okay. I wasn't gonna waste a breath a day. Now after the shit I had been through, I was like, I ain't gonna waste no time.
It's not funny, Lord. Jesus Christ.
You are reminding me, like, that's how my boyfriend is.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly like that. It pisses me off to no end because I'm like, bruh, so I know something is wrong with you. We gonna talk about this, or you just gonna come in here and go to bed every night? Like, shit, cool, because it ain't. But all right.
But Brittany too, with her, if I haven't told her yet, it's because I'm gonna tell her eventually. Like, I'll be like, I'm ready, but we know it's gonna be a conversation beforehand. If I don't just come back and be like, okay, let's process what happened, I'm gonna get there. Just give me some days to get. That's why she be like, okay, all right, fine, that works for me. And then Saturday, be like, okay, so pause.
Like, I just wait. But yeah, I feel like all of us have our things that it's just, even though it hasn't worked for us, I can't even say it works for us, so we operate that way. It's just kind of like, and I really, Lord knows, the older I get, I sound like my mama. It's just driving me insane. I just feel like the older we get, it's like we're really starting to get stuck in our ways. So I just kind of feel like if I'm not conscious of stuff that's not productive, stuff that's unhealthy, things that are like not good for my relationships with other people, I'm really at a point now, like I am really trying to make sure like I am either altering stuff, stopping it, learning a new way. Because baby, if 30 is like this, I know when 40 hit, shit, I'm not changing nothing. Like that's dead. That is dead. So I'm really like trying to make it my business, like stuff that I notice or stuff I feel like, okay, that's not right. Like I'm trying to change it now because I know the older I get, I feel like it's harder for me to be like, Brittany, yeah, no, like you was wrong. Or like now it's just kind of like, look, shit, it is what it is at this point. Like I'm here, like I done made it this far. It just is what it is. So I'm trying to be mindful, like, you know, get this shit done like in the next couple of years because I know the older, I know it's about to get worse. I just know it is.
I'm already there. It's already worse. I've accepted it. And I feel like, but honestly, like I feel like all my 20s, I was so concerned with how happy other people were.
Yes.
Girl.
Yes.
And what I could do to make them happier. What can I do to make you comfortable? Now I'm like, you know what? Fuck your comfortability.
Period.
It's about me, ma'am. I'm going to do what I want to do. You want to know why? Because I'm 30. That's why.
And that's it. And I'm not explaining myself further.
Exactly. You can fall
I'm not explaining myself further. I'm 30. I'm 30. So
the easy part is though, sorry, Shawana. I was gonna say, I feel like all of us had to be in like a caregiver role as a child.
Yes.
And we probably never grew out of that until now. So I feel like all of us, you know, that's all we knew. We help other people. We take care of other people. We make sure other people are good. And yeah, that shit is done. Like that shit is dead. Like, yeah. So yeah, go ahead, Shawana.
I was about to say, I just feel like with this energy, you should segue the last topic because you are adamant about not doing this. So Brittany, go ahead and just set us up for like the finale. Like, come on.
So, okay, how do you get comfortable with saying, I need help? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I am drowning right now. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this dark place. How do you get comfortable in saying, I am not okay, and owning that? Like, how do you get there? What has been y'all's process? What has not worked? What has been your, okay, this is what I need to do for this?
Asia, you want to calculate?
Woo, girl, you're asking the question right now. Okay, so still a work in progress for me, as we have discussed. One big thing that I definitely make it a point to do is I have to stop. I have to stop. I don't care if I'm at work. I'm like, all right, I'll be back in 5 minutes. I need to step outside real quick. If I'm at home, I will, if everybody else is everywhere else, I'm going in the bathroom and I'm going to lock the door for 10 minutes. And I'm going to turn on this music and stand in the shower. Like, I just have to get to a point where I need to stop and say, okay, is this something that you can really do yourself? Or do we need to consult someone else? Do I need to call my mama? Because that's usually the first person I call. Bertha, yeah. So this is what's going on. And because she is literally like my voice of reason. And I'm just always thankful for her because I'm like, I don't know how you did what you did and lived through what you lived through because, ma'am, this whole adulting thing is hard, okay? I don't know how you did it. Like, she was my age when she had me. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know how you did that, ma'am. Because I feel like you were a whole mom out in these streets. And I got a dog and that's stressful enough. I just told him he needs to get $52. Like, just taking that moment to say, all right, we got to reflect. Do I really need help with this? All right, cool. I do need help. Who do I need to reach out to for this help? Because like you said, it really all, like, you can't go to everybody for everything.
Exactly.
No. You cannot. Like, you have to know who you not only feel, I feel like it's not necessarily a thing of being comfortable with that person. It's knowing that you can feel safe with your weakness or your problem and coming to them and saying, listen, this is what's going on. I don't really know how to process my feelings right now, or I just need you to hold the space. Like, one of my best friends, Ariel, that's what we do. Like, she'll text me and she'll say, such and such is going on. I'm like, all right, before I respond, are you telling me this because you need my insight, or are you telling me this because you just need me to hold the space?
Right.
Because there's a difference. And a lot of times, you don't want somebody's feedback. I just need to get it off my chest, ma'am, and we can revisit the situation in 3 days.
Right.
I just need to tell you. So definitely just pausing and figuring out, okay, am I being dramatic or do I really need help? And also knowing who you can go to for help. That's my two big things that I have really tried to, especially this year, because, you know, COVID, mental health, it's a lot. So just being able to know, okay, I could just be being really dramatic one day. And then, you know, it could just be a day that it's really a poor mental health day. Knowing how to be able to distinguish what the problem is and who I need to talk to.
Very good. Thank you. So for me, what has allowed me to get comfortable with getting help in areas I need has I've had to change the way that I think about me, because it was like I almost had to look at, because I'm
Mm.
such a giver. I can have nothing and still find a way to, like, I am a giver at heart. I cannot help it. Like I really can't. So it was almost like, how can you value something so much as helping you? Your whole career, your whole life has been based around helping people, but not feel like you can accept it from other people. It's to
Mm.
almost say you're not worthy of being picked up, like, or I'm not worthy because I'm lacking, because that was like a mindset I had. Because I'm lacking, I'm definitely not worthy to ask, because why am I even in a situation where I need to ask anybody for anything in the first place, when it could be shit beyond my control while I'm there. But in my head, oh, I could have prevented this. If I would have did this, then it would have turned out this way. This is my response, whatever. So but it was like, that is not the way, that's not the way that I would handle my son. If the situation happened to him, that's not the way that I would handle my significant other. If they was, I would treat them with so much grace and so much compassion. So why don't I give it to myself? It was almost like, for you to have this mindset is defeatist for me. And I was like, I can't be my own worst enemy. I can't be the reason why that there's a hindrance or I'm in lack. I'm keeping myself in lack by thinking like this. So it was like I have to affirm myself every day, tell myself who I am, tell myself where I am now. I have decided to rescue the little girl in me. I'm not the little girl anymore. So I don't operate like the little girl in me. I don't have to keep my mouth closed out of fear. I can speak from my gut and say what it is, what my truth is. And that's how I thrive. So I have to tell myself these things every single day. I got to journal this stuff every single day. And when I tell you, something about saying it out loud and hearing it in my head has just been able to help me transform and be, and it's almost like I'm still uncomfortable, and it still take me a while to ask, but I will do it, like if I have to. And even and the more that I do it, the less I have to do it. It's almost like, okay, are you gonna allow yourself to take the help you need? I say yes, I get the help I need, and then that situation works itself out, and I don't need to ask for help no more in that area. It's almost like I stop the wheel from keep going when I just do. So now that I know that, I try to just remind myself of those things every day, so that it's not such a chaotic situation and the emotions are everywhere, because I didn't let it fester for I don't know how long. And now I'm like under the table and I can't get up. And now I'm screaming for help because I'm in survival mode. So just telling myself who I am every day has helped me to get comfortable in that. What about you, Brittany?
Um, so similar to some of the stuff you just said. So for me, and Asia, you touched on this a little bit earlier. I used to always be so focused on, I have to be there for other people. Like I can put my stuff on the back burner. Um, and even if, like I said, I was running on fumes, to me, that made me feel better that, I was helping somebody else, even though I wasn't getting the help. So it's just like you said, Shawana, like even recognizing, like, Brittany, you deserve the same kind of like attention you give other people,
Mhm.
the same kind of support. Like you deserve that. So kind of being able to even just accept people's help, because I've always had a great support system. It's just been a matter of me letting people support me.
Right.
Um, so really learning, like, it's okay, like, to ask for help. Um, Something I've been saying probably all season, giving myself grace. Like, just like you said, Shawana, I will sit and listen to somebody like talk and vent, and I might be in the bed, and if you text me and you're like, I really, really, really need to talk, I don't mind getting up and coming to my office and listening to you. Like, Brittany, the same stuff you do for everybody else, like you're gonna have to do for yourself.
Mhm.
So just like the same way I would tell somebody, you need to go to therapy, you need to talk to somebody, you need to have a day to yourself. Like knowing that I have to take my own advice. So sometimes, that's just me like not doing on a certain day because I just need that time to myself. I need wine. I need to get my thoughts together. Um, Definitely one thing me and my husband learned in marital counseling, kind of letting each other know, like, bro, it's been one of them days. Like, even if we don't even get the opportunity to really dive into it, or we're not at the point we want to talk about it, just allowing your partner to have that knowledge, like, listen, like, I'm on edge, or I'm about to go upstairs in the bedroom for the rest of the day. This ain't got nothing to do with you, but I didn't like, yeah, this just ain't the damn day. So even just letting him know, look, some shit is off, like, by a long shot. Just so he's not caught off guard. And then when we talk, we talk. So even just sometimes letting people know that stuff is wrong, I don't think people understand how much that can even help. Sometimes I'll know, like, if one of my friends is like, XYZ happened and they don't want to talk about it, at least I got knowledge of, like, okay, something is happening, they not ready to talk, but, like, I know something is wrong. So sometimes I'll do that, like, this is going on. I might not say much, but, one of my friends will be like, well, I'll pray for you, or let me know when you want to talk. And that'll be that. They're just there to, like, hold a space, like you said, Asia. So just learning really to let people be there, and learning that, like, you can't get by in life, like, alone, like, and really learning the importance of, like, utilizing my support system. Because since I've been born, I have had, like, wonderful people around me, even in places I never expected to. Like, all my internships from, like, grad school, I still talk about all my supervisors that were my supervisors when I was in college. Like, stuff like that. Like, God has always put the right people in the right places for me. So it's just been a matter of me realizing that, and, like, using those people when I need them, because they're there for a reason. Really just had to take that in and learn that, God give you the stuff you need. It's just up to us to actually use it. We're the ones that be having the issue.
Well,
I can't with you.
well, I mean, what else did we say?
That she just wrapped that up real nice.
She hammered the nail in the right in the coffin. I said, damn, there's that. No, but Asia, thank you for coming up here and talking with us.
Yeah.
I really feel like, especially during this time, like, this is like something that we all I feel like need to practice more. I feel like a lot, especially with like minds and working in the fields that we've worked in, or just being connected to the people that we're connected to. I know just that whole independent thing can really facade our views in life, period. So for us to be able to sit down and have this conversation and talk about our own personal experiences and how we're still currently, like, working through it, but that we do have the resources to help us, and we can talk to each other and see, I'm listening to your experience and I'm learning by how you and your boyfriend are working through that. Allow him to give you, and listen to how Brittany and her husband communicate. Like, we're able to help each other, and the people who hear this and see this, I feel like it's really gonna make a difference. So thank you so much for even agreeing to come up here and do this, like, because this was dope. It was.
Thank you for having me. Like, when Brittany was like, hey, you want to be a part? I was like, of course, girl. What do you mean? What do you need? I'm always down.
I'm so happy you came on. Yes, I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be great. I was like, I just know it's going to be good.
And you an Aries girl, fire signs be like,
listen.
Come on. Like, the best people on the earth. Like,
for sure.
I have no arguments with that. This honestly and truly, this was what I needed, because I have really just been so anxious about school and going back and finally graduating at 30. Like, this has just been a lot. And being able to just come, like, y'all just really made something click for me. Like, okay, we're talking about taking what you need. Like, you need to take time out for yourself to talk to like-minded people and figure out that it's okay.
Yeah.
Like,
all the way, girl. All the way.
And like I said, good luck with school. Congratulations in advance, girl.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. You wanna do you have any last things that you would like to say to the audience? And if you could just kind of plug yourself, your social media, anything you want them to know, what you have going on right now. This is your time to let them know.
Oh, okay. So follow my blog, brownsugarsalon.com. I try to drop at least twice a month, but life gets in the way sometimes. So definitely check that out. I'm actually collabing with my little cousin on her cosmetic line, so we're going to be dropping something.
Oh,
Yes.
that's right.
Yes.
A little nice little surprise, but we're almost done with it, so I can talk about it now. So
By the time this come out, it'll be perfect.
Yes.
exactly. And you know, my big thing that I feel like I want people to take away from the conversation today is just like you said earlier, Brittany, like it's okay to not be okay. Like I think that we get so caught up, especially in this day and age where you see everybody's highlight reels on their social media. And notice I said highlight reels because that ain't your real life. Yes, stuff going on behind those closed doors. Everybody has their own, but you have to be okay with knowing that, you know what, this person, yeah, they might have just went to Dubai, but we don't know what their relationship looks like on the other side of those doors. Be okay with where you are and know that if you need help to get to another place in your life, it's perfectly fine. Like you said, God gave us everything that we needed already.
Okay.
We just got to take it upon ourselves to use those tools.
And that's what I've been hearing recently. Like, it's all about, like, it ain't no need for you to reach out for nothing else. You have everything you need. Refine what you have, study up already, you know, or the resource that you already have, tap into the connection that you have. You literally, it's about you implementing what you can use right now and what you already know, because we're equipped, always supported, never in lack. So, yes. Oh my gosh.
I agree. Everything y'all said, I agree. I agree. Use the people around you. Like you really have to. Use people around you and find you a good therapist. So yeah.
Amen, amen.
That's it.
So if nothing else, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Follow, subscribe on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
You know, Spotify. Still working on getting on iHeartRadio. Still pending, but we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts too now, and of course, Spreaker. So yeah. Asia, thank you again.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And we will see y'all. Brittany, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
I did not. That's it. Yeah. So this is a wrap for season 1. It's so crazy.
Oh yes. Sure.
This is it. Yeah. This is it. This is it.
Thank y'all for kicking it in season 1. We got some little special treats we're gonna drop y'all in between season 2. So follow the Instagram page, follow the YouTube page. We do have like some stuff that we're really excited about that we want to share with you guys. So make sure y'all follow and stay active, and we will holler at y'all later. See y'all in season 2.
Bye.
Bye.